Hey, yeah, for those of you who didn't know, my garden. Yeah, uh, oh yeah, my garden. Oh yeah, well, uh, anywho, good morning. And yeah, I do live in a great neighborhood, don't I? Yeah. Oh, three-story walk-up, low rent, densely populated area. But we have green, uh, we have good people out here. Anyways, yeah, so, mm, I have a lot of work to do today. We're going to be going out and working on the boat. That is the plan. Provided that my skipper does not have any significant health issues today, we're going to go work on the boat. Hopefully. And I think I've mentioned this in previous videos, but we are always looking for more people to join us and come out to the boat and have fun. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Yeah. Arguing with the ravens. It's, you got to do it, you know? You got to argue with the ravens. But, yeah. As I was saying, more people coming out to the boat is always a good thing. Yeah. Hope to see you out there. So, as an off topic addendum, yesterday was Pride Day, and we went out to the boat, came back into town, and events were being set up. And yeah, it rained, but the LGBTQ community was absolutely devoted to having their event, rain or shine. It was great. I missed it, but I did get to see a lot of the prep. And thing I've noticed about Pride is it's mostly arts and crafts, music, memorials, and barbecue. Ye gods, it's barbecue. Barbecue, barbecue, barbecue. LGBTQ people really love barbecue. They really do. You can't get away from this fact. Barbecue is a big thing for them. So yeah, I can get behind that because barbecue is great. Barbecue is great. But yeah. So I'm not sure what all the hype and hysteria is from the phobic people out there about Pride because yeah, what I saw was a friendly, cheerful gathering of people who have a community and who were celebrating their survival as a community through, yes, many decades of, let's be honest, oppression, persecution, brutalization, etc., etc., because, yeah, homophobic violence is a real thing, and it's been a real thing for a long time. I remember in the 80s when, yeah, violence against LGBTQ people was considered not only normal but acceptable. Yeah. And it's still a murder defense. The gay panic murder defense is still recognized on the books, where you can kill somebody and say, oh, I found out he was gay and I panicked and killed him. And you can walk out of the courtroom a free man if you say that. Yeah, you can get away with murder by invoking the notion that the other person was gay. The gay panic defense still stands. A lot of judges still recognize it and accept it. Still. Yeah. But yeah, yesterday's Pride event was mostly arts and crafts. It was people selling their jewelry that they made, selling their pottery that they made, selling their paintings that they made, selling their embroidery that they made. Yeah, it was great. There were a number of hairdressers out who were doing wonderful things with people's hair, just interesting patterns of braids, braiding in extensions, stuff like that. It was a celebration. It was very celebratory, and there were memorials because, as I said, homophobic violence is still a thing. And yes, there are still judges who accept the gay panic defense. And so there were memorials for friends and loved ones who had been murdered for being gay, or who had been murdered on the accusation or insinuation that they were gay. Because, let's face it, homophobes don't really discriminate. Anybody can be hit with the gay stick by them and be a target of their violence. I mean, I've had this dumped on me. I'm absurdly and painfully heterosexual, so yeah. But yeah, homophobes have targeted me and said, "You're a faggot," and attacked me. Yeah. And yeah, it's mostly about them wanting to divert attention away from the fact that they really like the cock. Because that's something I've noticed about the most violently homophobic people, is they're all deeply repressed homosexuals who don't want to get caught. Yeah. So you've got fear of being caught, violence, and a court system that protects and upholds the right of people to do violent things to gay people, to murder them, to flat out murder them. And you've got people who are afraid of getting caught, people who are afraid of being discovered to be gay, who are willing to use violence to protect their secret. And that, I think, is the true nature of the gay panic defense. It's not that the homophobe discovered that the other person was gay and panicked and killed them. It's that the homophobe had gay sex with a gay prostitute or with a gay pickup or a gay person they met in a bar anonymously. And then the morning after, they had buyer's remorse. They were afraid that this openly gay person will expose them, reveal their secret. And so they panic and kill them. It's very much tied to protecting one's secret. The men who murdered Matthew Shepard did so, I believe, because they had a threesome with him. And then they were afraid that Matthew Shepard would expose them as the homosexuals that they were. So they killed him. And they invoked the gay panic defense. That is the gay panic defense. It is a lie. Because the men who invoke it, they weren't surprised to discover that their friend was gay. They were ashamed of their own homosexual behavior, their own homosexual tendencies, their own homosexual attractions. And they didn't want to get caught. So they killed the witness. That is the gay panic defense. Yeah. And yeah, homophobic violence does get directed against heterosexuals. A man who has longer hair but is curly and wavy and is more of a 19th century hairstyle than a modernist hairstyle, such as myself, a man who likes to look good. Being accused of being gay by somebody who, thinks that real men should have a crew cut, or a flat top, or a JC haircut. They shouldn't have hair that looks like Sir John A. Macdonald or Sir Wilfrid Laurier. They should look like John Wayne. Yeah. By the way, John Wayne was a size queen. Yeah. If he hadn't died of cancer in the 70s, he'd have definitely died of AIDS in the 80s, but yeah. Him and Rock Hudson frequented the same bathhouses. Yeah. Fun fact, the reason John Wayne walked that way is because he didn't believe in lube. Yeah. He was a real man. Yeah. And a size queen who did not believe in lube. So yeah, he was a little sore back there all the time. So yeah, he walked that way. He walked funny. Yeah. Yeah. And it's amazing the number of homophobes who invoke him as their example of a real man to justify their own hatred. I'm surprised they don't invoke Rock Hudson. Yeah. But then again, Rock Hudson is the one who came out of the closet. In the end, he was the one who finally had the courage to come out and admit who he was in front of the world. No wonder the homophobes hate him. And it's still very hard to find Rock Hudson movies on the Late Movie channel. Yeah. They've erased him. Yeah. You can find John Wayne, but not Rock Hudson. Which is a shame because a lot of Rock Hudson's movies were great movies. And John Wayne, well, his movies, they just kept recycling the same script. It's like an Elvis movie. Just keep recycling the same damn scripts over and over again, with minor tweaks. John Wayne was not a good actor. What he was is sleeping with the producer. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm perfectly comfortable associating with the LGBTQ community because I'm not threatened by them. Because I know that I'm heterosexual. And they know it, and they respect it. And they're okay with that. And I'm okay with that. But as I've said, a lot of the homophobes, they don't know that they're heterosexual. In fact, they very often have a sneaky suspicion that they might secretly be happier if they were allowed to be fabulous and flamboyant and to do what they really want to do, which is suck a lot of dick. Yeah. 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 It's amazing what violent homophobes get up to in public bathrooms. Yeah. When they think nobody will catch them. When there's a glory hole. Yeah. When they think nobody will know. It's amazing what violent homophobes will do. When they think nobody will find out. Yeah. Yeah. Pulling train is only the beginning for these people. Yeah. 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 But yeah, I don't have a problem with the LGBTQ community. They're good people. They've never done anything to hurt me. They've never threatened me in any way, shape, or form. They've never harassed me or hassled me. And they've always accepted me for who I am, a heterosexual. They don't care. They accept me because I'm a decent human being, and I treat them with respect. I don't shit all over them. I don't treat them like dirt. I don't persecute them. And that's really all you have to do to be accepted by the community. It's just not be a complete douchebag. Yeah. Pretty simple when you think about it. Pretty fucking simple. I just wish the homophobes would understand it. Because, yeah, they need to come out of their closet and be fabulous. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, must get awfully dark and uncomfortable in that closet. Mm. Yeah. Anywho, that's enough out of me. Take care, be well, stay safe, love yous all. And if you're out there and you're part of the LGBTQ community, keep living. Keep living. Live despite the bastards. And if you're a homophobe, just come out of the closet already. Pardon me. Just come out of the closet.